On today's show, we take a look at the butterfly lavender.
You can see how to grow your own lettuce.
You can find out how to make a nature notebook.
And we go bird watching to see how many species of birds each of us can spot.
Hello and welcome to Nature's Greatest. I'm Adam.
And I'm Julia. Got a real treat coming your way. But first, let's take a look at one of the lovely plants in our garden.
This is one of the lovely plants in our garden called the butterfly lavender, or Lavandula stoichia. I can't pronounce these Latin names. I've got a little bit of information about it here. It says the butterfly lavender flowers all summer if it's planted in a sunny spot on the terrace or the garden. It needs regular watering and it only tolerates light frost. And okay, these little purple flowers on the top of the plant. These attract butterflies. We have seen quite a lot of butterflies attracted to these. But and it's also got a very unique smell as well. Yes. And if you see, look very close. Look, there's a little bud on the end of it. Now that is going to develop into one of these, which will eventually attract butterflies. Okay, we're now going live to the vegetable patch with Julia to learn how to plant lettuce.
Now I'm going to show you how to grow your own lettuce. First, clear all the weeds from your patch. Then, get a rake and rake it out. Rake your soil out carefully to get it as smooth as possible. But make sure not to get big clumps down at the bottom. Next, make two little ditches in the not too deep into the soil. After this, thinly sow your seeds into those ditches. And this is what a lettuce seed looks like. Get off.
Get off.
Right. Now I will thinly sow these into the ditches. And then lightly cover with the soil that you used earlier. After this, water where your lettuce is, but be careful to actually remind yourself where you put them. And there you have it, and on each programme we'll be checking how the lettuce is doing. I'm now going to show you how to make your own nature notebook. First of all, you take around about 5 pieces of normal A4 paper or your desired length.
Size.
Fold it in half. And then staple it right at the edges 5 times.
Isn't 5 a bit much? Okay.
Just like that. Next, make a little front cover. You can either draw one in here, or you can do one on the computer, like this. And if you're doing this and it's this size, then what you'll need is some scissors, a ruler to draw the lines, pencil, draw them, and then the scissors, as I said, to cut them out. Then you'll take the glue and glue all around the edges of your piece as our diary for the lettuce and other things that we do for our other plants and bird watching. And Adam is now, and me of course, going to show you about some of the birds that live in our garden and surrounding gardens. We are now going to do some bird watching.
We're going to sit and talk to you about some of the birds that come to our garden. We also have some bird boxes which we'll be having a look at, and we might even be looking at some out for some birds from a bit of a bigger height. So now let's go over to our notebooks where we're going to note down all the species of birds that we spot.
If we see any. First of all, while Adam's looking, I'll give you the grand tour of our bird boxes. Adam, stay. Stay, boy. You've got binoculars, come on. This bird box, well, both of them have been put up this year. This bird box is a blue tip box. However, none have nested in yet, but they hopefully will next year. You see, sometimes they'll perch on this little stick before flying through this hole. Over here. This is a robin box. Our other box. The robins will perhaps land on this stick again and fly in here and then make their nest and again fly out the same way. Now we're going to go back to Adam and see if he found anything. Adam?
Looks like oh yes, sorry. Yes, I'm just sitting here and noting down all the species of birds that I've seen. So far I've seen
Go back to Adam and see if he's found anything. Adam?
Yes, I have. In fact, I've seen two new bird species. I've seen a pigeon.
You know, annoying creatures. Get into
goes without saying. And I've also seen a slightly rarer swift.
What's a swift?
Well, it's a swift. It's a very it's a bird that flies tirelessly for most of its life. I think it only ever lands when it's mating.
Wow, that's weird. Don't you think?
No, wait.
Imagine, I was a bird, I wouldn't fly all my life. Wow, that sure is weird.
Unfortunately, it's time for us to go now.
But this is what's going to happen on our next programme.
We're going to take a closer look at the lovely passion flower.
We're going to see what's growing in Mum's greenhouse.
We're going to look closely at the bird we saw earlier, the swift.
And you're going to see how to make a moth log. Thanks for watching our show.
Please comment on what you think of it.
Tell your friends.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Bye.